Hey y'all, what's up? This is She Tried, and first off, I want to come on and say sorry for the video quality. Y'all, I did not know that the settings I had in OBS, I just literally found out as I was seeing what was wrong with the video. I looked in my settings in OBS and they were settings that I thought I understood, and then when I looked something up, when I looked it up, and I saw that that was not actually what, and so I fixed it. So the next video, our next videos, I promise. I know I keep promising every week when I drop a video, it's gonna get better, but I promise for real, it's gonna get better. Y'all just gotta work with me, okay? Y'all just gotta work with me for a little bit, and I promise I will bring better videos. Anyway, today or this video, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Again, sorry for the quality. You can see basically what's happening, so that's why I'm still putting it up, because I'm like, it's not that bad. It's the point, it's just like blurry on the screen. Like, I can clearly see what's happening. It's just if you try to do it full screen, it's gonna look like some poo. But yeah, no. So I wanted to come on here and post this video and just like talk through it, because one, I love this game. I love this game. It's so freaking fun. And two, I don't really well, at least maybe, and again, it takes me a minute, just like it takes me a minute to find new music, it takes me a minute to find new YouTubers. So maybe a black femme YouTuber is playing Diablo, or a lot of black people are playing Diablo. I know the black people I'm playing Diablo, but you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen a lot of black YouTubers playing Diablo. So I was just like, why not throw my hat in the game? But I know I can't compete right now with this poo graphic. But I was just like, oh, I am playing this game, and I feel like other people should play it too. So yeah, that's the gist. And yeah, I didn't record me playing. Okay, so let me just start over. Blah 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 blah. Let me just start over. So what you see here is Diablo 4. Diablo 4, which is a MMO. I mean, no, not an MMO. An ARPG, which means action role playing game. There we go. So, and I think it is also an MMO, which is multi. No, not. I'm about to say multiplayer online. No, it's not. That's never mind. Let me shush about that. I don't know what an MMO is. But basically, it's an online game, and it is about a. I'm not gonna spoil the story, because that's one thing. This is seasonal content that I recorded. It's not the campaign. Just to let everybody know. So if you were coming here for the campaign, I'm so sorry. Hopefully you stick around just to see how the season's going. But yeah, it's looking. Yeah, I already did the campaign because I have had the game since pre-order. Like, I found out about it. I guess it's a little. I'm doing all these tangents. I guess to give a little bit of backstory as to how I even got into Diablo. So, or how I found it and how it came to be for me to play it. So, I'm in a server. Excuse me. If you've never heard of Discord server basically is like, oh my god, I'm gonna age myself here. But if you're like my age, which is around like 30, or maybe even maybe like from like I think 20 to 30, y'all should know about like chat rooms. Like, so basically I would say Discord, at least how I think of it is like a private chat room with like friends. Um, I haven't experienced anything like it before. The only thing I can think of it that's kind of similar to it if you, I mean, I don't know, maybe you can relate to it with school, because like I don't know, well, I don't know if it's actually still in existence. It's still going to age me. Blackboard is the where there's like you can like post like discussions and stuff like that, and like post like videos, pictures, things like that, like in your own quote unquote, like not quote unquote, but you know what I'm saying, it's like server or classroom. It's basically like that. I think of it as like a house party, but with like a lot of people in it. And so I'm in this Discord called the Charcuterie Board. Shout out to Moldy. Shout out Lil Zest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should check her out on Twitch. Follow Lil Zest on Twitch. Subscribe to Lil Zest on Twitch. She's awesome. But yeah, so I'm in her server, and excuse me. I think just chilling, just like looking through like some of the different channels that's in the server, and I was in the game one, and people were talking about Diablo, and either that or they were in the voice channel talking about Diablo, and I was like, oh, like what's that? Because like literally it was like all the people that were in that voice chat that day was like hype about it. I was like, oh, what is it? And then they described it, and I was like, oh, okay, that does sound cool. But I was like, whatever. Like I wasn't really thinking about it. And so when it got, and I think that was like May-ish, because I had just come back from being like on the road traveling for work. Oh my gosh. One day I do a story time about that, but because it was horrible. But either way, that's when I heard about it, and then they were like, "Oh, it comes out in June," and I was like, "Okay, bet I'll do some research into it." So this is like mid-May, maybe late May, and I started doing more research into Diablo. And when I saw all of the cool things and the lore and the campaign and like the advertising for it, I was like, oh, this is lit. I like this. This is really cool. So that's how we got here. I got the, whatchamacallit? I got the deluxe edition. So I was able to play it like 4 days before everybody else who just got like the regular version played it. So yeah, what I've recommended the deluxe. I mean, I don't know, because the battle pass, it came with the battle pass, and like I said, the 4 day the 4 day beta, I guess, or I don't know, I don't know what it's called, the 4 day advance before regular buyers or people who didn't pre-order that ultimate. And I got it, I want to say like around June 9th, because I believe Diablo came out on the 15th. I believe so. No, it did not come on the 15th because I was not home. It came out I believe like officially like the 8th, I think, the 8th or the 9th. And I was able to play it on the 5th. So, and I think I bought it that same day, like, and the price was $90. Please, please, please. I don't want to hear it. I know that I probably shouldn't have spent that much money on a video game, but I was like, it sounds really cool. I'm really excited to play it. And I was like, I know you're also thinking like, she tried, why would you buy a game that you in a series that you never played, 2, a genre that you've only played maybe one type of game in, and 3, for $90 damn. And I don't know, like, I guess that's the power of peer pressure because everyone in the Discord server that I was in was like, no, it's gonna be really fun. Like they were like really hyping it up. Like, no, this is it. Like you really enjoy it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you might not play these type of games, but I'm telling you, like, it's just that game, it's just that girl. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust y'all, and you know, I was like, even if I don't like it, I can probably get a refund or like sell it or something like that. So, um, so yeah, that's how I got Diablo. That's how I came interested in it. Um, I've taught past so much stuff, so much stuff. So I guess now we can get into like what I guess so far has been going on. So if you've been watching the screen and not just listening, or just listening, whatever. You've been watching the screen. You've been seeing me now play as a sorcerer because there are 5 classes in Diablo 4. There is Druid, Necromancer, Sorcerer, Rogue, and Barbarian. And so for the original, like when I first got the game, I chose Necromancer. And then for the seasonal, I chose Sorcerer. Because for seasonal characters, they only last like during that season. Like once the season's over, like they're gone. I believe. Again, don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the case, or like basically become unplayable. So I wanted to play Sorcerer because it just looked cool, number 1. And 2, I don't know, like before the season started, like people go back to people in my Discord, people just like were saying that like, oh, not in the Discord really, but like I have been reading some stuff because now that I'm in Diablo, of course I have to read the threads and the tweets and everything about it. So I was like, oh, I was reading some of the reviews for like Sorcerer or whatever, or people were like, you know, like looking up like through the patch notes or whatever, and was seeing that Sorcerer basically got the worst like, I don't know, it was debuff or something like that. Basically they said they quote unquote killed the sorcerer, and it wasn't as powerful as it was. And so I guess that's also something we can talk about too with the Diablo drama, I guess you can call it. How the devs have now come out and said they will never release a patch again, like 1.1. y'all be bullying these devs, and it's so not funny because the devs are just people who are literally just making the game. Like they are not in y'all heads. They are just literally listening to marketing product. Like they don't know y'all. They don't know, you know what I'm saying, really the consumer. They just know how to create the game and make it do what it needs to be doing. So but the people they put out there to talk to y'all in that fire chat, when I say they look so defeated, it's not funny because they shouldn't be bullied like this. But then again, the game made, I think, the first weekend like over $600 million, like, and that's within the first that's the first weekend. That's 3 days. Like, I want people to actually let that sink in. Like over six, like I think the amount they said was like 666 million or over that. So yeah, people before the update were upset. Like people after the update were hella upset. So they did a fire chat before the update on Twitch, I believe, and they were like so excited about the update. They were like, yeah, but we did this changes, make it more this, that, and the third, try to make it more challenging, I think they said. And of course, they already got people rumbling, like, what do you mean more challenging? Like, yada, 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 yada. So basically, everyone's kind of, from what it looked like online, everyone was kind of like skeptical of what the changes would be for the or what would be in the patch notes. And then the patch notes came out. Then the patch notes came out, and y'all, they tore into those people. I don't know their names, like, or whatever. I just know the 3 bald white men. But they tore into them. They were going off apparently in the Reddit. They were going off on Twitter. Like, it was just bad. It was just bad. It was bad for them. And so once the patch notes and the update in the season started, they did another fire chat, I believe a couple of days ago. And basically, I'll link the article online. In the description, because it's just basically saying like they're learning now to listen to consumer feedback while they're in the process now of doing updates, so that way they don't just put out something that they think is what consumers want and not what they actually want. Which I'm just like, why didn't I do that the first time? Like, you wouldn't have had all this heat come at you. And apparently they review bombed it on Game Centric or something centric, some gaming review website. They apparently review bombed it to, like, I think it was like, I remember if I remember correctly, when it was, the reviews came out for it, it had gotten like so much praise. Like, I think like it was like 4.5 star, 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it held like a review very well. So the fact that it gotten from that point to like a 2.2, I believe is what the article said, I was like, people were mad. People were mad about the patch notes and about the upgrade, and the update, and just like how that meant it was going to progress for the or how it was going to go for the season. And so yeah, people just did not like it, and so they decided that they are going to now, like I said, listen as they do updates, so that way they can not only make updates to make the game better, but also give, consumers what they want at the end of the day. Because let's be honest and let's be real, games have gotten so much more expensive these past years. Like, they're even more expensive. Like, don't get me wrong, like, and they make more profit than movies. Like, I think the first weekend, like, I just heard I know I'm talking all over the place, but I'm sorry. I'll get back to the Sorcerer and why I picked Sorcerer and everything like that. I'm getting to here. So like, I know for because I watched this review channel, Brittany Reacts, and they were saying that Barbie and Oppenheimer together made, I think, like over 400 million this past weekend of me recording this, which is, the past opening weekend of it. And that's just 2 movies combined. This this one video game made, again, 666 million in a weekend. So we're in, like, the palm of their hands. Like, we're putty in their hands. But you can't just treat the putty like poo and think it's going to always be sparkly and nice. Like, so, or like jip customers and then, like, hide your hands, like, freaking Pokemon and Game Freak and Nintendo and them. But Pokemon, oh my god, don't get me started on Pokemon. And don't get me started on Pokemon. Oh my god, like, I haven't played it yet on my OLED, and I'm hoping it's better, because on my regular Switch, it was, until you look like some poo. It looked like some poo, like boo, tomato. Anyway, so yeah, so we're giving these companies money, but like $70 is a lot for a video game. I'll admit, spending almost $100 on a video game is ridiculous. Like, I don't be saying it out loud a lot, and saying it out loud now is paining me every time I'm saying it. But like, that's the reality though. And I think there was a tier beyond. I think there's a higher tier of that. I think maybe it's a higher tier. I think like a special like a deletion, a special edition. Like I think like you got like more like perks or something like that, or like some type of special items. I don't know, but yeah, I think it was something even higher than that. I think it's like over 100. But child, I can't do it. I was just like, this is probably the only game I'm ever going to spend more than $70 on. Because you know, all these companies are coming out saying that there's gonna be price increases come 2024, like for not only the consoles but also like, you know, they started implementing the price increases this past 2 years, I think, increasing the games from 60 to 70, or Nintendo increasing them from like 40 to 50, 50 to 60. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, y'all funny. Y'all think y'all cute. Okay. This underpowered ass system, Nintendo, I'm looking at you. Anyway. Looking real bold. But anyway, yeah, so I feel like we're giving these companies money. The literal least they could do is give us a good quality game that's not broken and that looks good. Like, that's all we ask. And of course, to give the devs like enough time to do it, and in a healthy way. So that's all I want to say about that. To get back to why, but that was part of the reason though of why I wanted to pick Sorcerer, basically, is because of the fact that, just to bring it all back, the patch notes basically made it so that way this, and at least they said the implemented changes were going to be to make Sorcerer less powerful. So I was like, and then when the game first came out, they said that Necromancer was probably going to be the less powerful. So I was like, oh, I don't know why. I just have a thing with playing the underdog. I don't know what it is. I mean, I did play rogue before in the season started, but, and I'll probably do rogue for my next character for next season, but yeah, I don't know. I have a thing for the underdog. But yeah, so that's why I picked rogue. I mean, rogue. I just said that. That's why I picked Sorcerer. And on top of that, the Sorcerer outfits were cunty. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, the Sorcerer outfits are cunty. Like, the Sorcerer, I would say the people, the classes that have the best outfits are, I would say, first off, Sorcerer. Then, and this is just my opinion, so please don't take me seriously, but Sorcerer, probably Necromancer, then I'm trying to think what a Barbarian looks like. I think Barbarian, then Druid, and then Rogue. Mind you, they all have really pretty or really cute outfits, so like, you know what I'm saying, they're all like, I mean, they're not cosmetic, they like obviously help build up power and stuff, but they look nice. And so every class has nice outfits, but I would say like Sorcerer and Necromancer, at least to me, in my opinion, have like one of the better clothes options. So y'all didn't see it because, one, I thought I was recording it, but yeah, it wasn't. And two, yeah, I just thought I was recording it and I didn't. So you kind of saw it right there for a brief second, but I chose, of course, a black woman, cause duh, and her name is Nakia. I don't have a particular reason why I picked Nakia. It just seemed like a pretty name, and I just thought of it. So, yeah. And you also you also have probably seen that I've been riding around on a horse. That's because of the fact that I completed the campaign before the season, and so I had the option to skip the campaign again for this season. I mean, for my character, so that way I would have to play it again. Not to say the campaign isn't great. I loved the campaign. I wouldn't mind playing it again. I just didn't, because I was very excited to go ahead and get started on the seasonal content or the seasonal story line. So that's why I did that. And yeah, um, trying to think, what can I say about this season so far? So far, the season is fun. Like actually, as I'm recording this and rewatching the footage, it's making me want to play after I'm done with this. But I've been having a lot of fun playing it. It's been, and as someone who's like a cozy, I would classify myself as a cozy gamer because this is probably the darkest video game I have, both literally and figuratively. This is probably the darkest I have, because I think, because now I'm trying to think, did I have no? Because everything else is like first person shooters. So either first person shooter um or fighting game or like Nintendo games. That's basically it. Like if I'm not playing Diablo, I'm 9 times out of 10 playing a Nintendo game. So, or really my another tangent. Sorry, my top 3 games in the moment are Diablo, Fortnite, and I know I shouldn't say this because I'm playing a different game on my channel, but what is it that I like? What am I playing on Nintendo? Oh, Ooblets. Those are my top 3 games right now at the moment. Love a Ooblet. And I love Fortnite. I think it's so fun. I naturally need to play it more because I had enough coins to transfer to the next battle pass for this season, and it's so sad because before Diablo, I was playing Fortnite like every day, like for hours. Now that Diablo's in my life, I'm playing Diablo for hours, and I'm barely giving Fortnite any time. And the season I know for a fact is about to end soon. At least by the time this video is out, is I believe it ends like sometime in August. So I'm just like, oh, I need to hurry up and I need to get back in the game so that way I can get some more skins. You know what I'm saying? Get my money's worth. For even though it was technically free, because I earned it by earning the silver coins or whatever. I'm just like, I mean the V-Bucks or whatever. I'm like, let me play so I can get my money, so I can get the worth out of it. So yeah. Anyway, back to the Diablo floor. So the campaign. I'm not gonna say like any spoilers or anything about the campaign. I'll just say that it's gorgeous. I love the characters. I love the storytelling. The ending was great. Um, and like I said, because I'm meeting some more people now that play Diablo, and some of them, of course, have been busy, so they haven't been able to like get through like the campaign and stuff yet. So I'm like, oh, I'll play with you, to get you through the campaign. So, because I don't mind. But look at my baddie. Look at my baddie. Look at her. Look at her. Like, this is before I got the drip. Now I got the drip. Okay. Now this is like the very, very beginning of the season. Like I think I'm only like level 7, maybe 8. I can't see because my editing software is a hater and won't let me do full screen and voiceover at the same time. Whatever. But yeah. This is the beginning of the season, and I'm currently in the sorcerer class, and I am currently doing, or at least in this particular part of the game, or not season in the game, in this particular moment in the game, there we go. I am doing a fire build because number 1, it looked like fire did the most damage, and number 2, it also looked like it was like the best barrier because of the fact that it looked like that not only it would of course protect me, but it would also like give like the most take or put out the most damage. Look at me leveling up. And also, this is my first dungeon, as you see, so, or at least my first malignant dungeon. So that's what I was thinking as I was talking about before, the story. So no spoilers for the season because when I haven't finished the season. The season doesn't end until October, so I won't know it till the end, till October. But um, basically the story of this first season of Diablo is it's malignant virus, curse something or whatever or something or another, um, has taken over Sanctuary, which is the world of Diablo 4, and it is basically making the monsters more powerful and stronger. So you have to go and get these malignant hearts from the malignant monsters, which the malignant monsters are usually imbued with shadows, so it's like a dark purple going on with them, and they'll have like malignant like in their name. So yeah, so that's how you know. Like I believe I'm fighting one right now in this clip. Yeah, I believe so. I think so. I can't see again, but yeah, I believe. Yeah, because I got a cage heart. Yeah, because when you beat them, you get a cage heart. And the cage hearts are then you can put the cage hearts into your jewelry for this season, and it'll give you special effects. Like I think for the current jewelry I have is giving me the jewelry itself is a power item, and then with the cage heart in it, it adds even more stuff, even more power to it. So it gives you like more armor strength and like a special effect for like your skills or particular mine like enchantments maybe. So that's the purpose of the cage hearts, is to well the overall purpose of them is to quote unquote I guess cure the malignant or malignants curse, so that way it can get rid of it. That's like kind of like the baseline of the story. So you're working with someone who knows a lot about apparently I wouldn't say virus so bad, the curse, and how to like basically fix it and reverse it. So that's the purpose and the like main gist of the story. I mean, for the season, I have this at this point. I was just in chapter 1 or 2, or I was finishing up chapter 1. I believe it's 6 chapters in total. I'm currently finishing up chapter 3. I still have some quests to do, so it's probably gonna take me another like week to get through chapter 3. Well, no, I won't say a week, but it'll probably take me another like couple days to get out chapter 3. But that's fine with me because one, I'm going out of town. Probably by the time y'all see this video, I probably will be out of town. Yeah, I'm gonna be vacationing a lot in August, so September and October will just be my grind months for Diablo. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it as far as for the season of content. And just in general, I just really just wanted to show y'all this game. And show y'all that even though I'm a cozy gamer, I like playing these type of games too. So if y'all have anything else that is similar, or like know any games that are similar to this, let me know. I will definitely check them out. Okay, I will say this. I have tried Overwatch. I did not like it. I'm sorry. You know, I know all the boos, tomatoes at me. You know, whatever. I tried Overwatch. I did not like it. And maybe it is because of the fact that I didn't it's a game that like a lot of people know how to play and I don't. For Diablo, I know that, or at least I saw from like some articles and stuff that like it had a lot of like players who had never played before like Diablo, and so it kind of like feels like that when you're like first playing it. It feels like a game that like you can kind of like just hop into and figure it out even if you haven't played like this in the series like before. So like you don't have to play like Diablo 3 basically to play Diablo 4, which is something I really liked and I appreciated. So I definitely like this like the RPG I think aspect of it. I think hero classes games like in Apex and like Overwatch and stuff, I think that they are cool, but it's like I don't know, like I feel like it's like I don't know, because there's so much going on in Diablo. So I'm about to say there's so much going on with you, but I don't. It's like I don't know. Like I like the fact that, like for instance, Fortnite is probably my favorite shooter currently at the moment. I know, bleh, whatever you call me childish, whatever. Diablo's my favorite. I mean, not Diablo. Fortnite's my favorite at the moment, and it's because of the fact it's so simple. Like it's so simple. I just have to find a gun, pick it up, and start shooting people. Like, bam. I love that. I don't have to think about a class. I don't have to think about defending. I have to think about defending myself. I don't have to think about looking out for this person, that person, yada yada yada. I can just focus on myself, and unless I'm of course with a team or something, or playing with my friends. But yeah, and that's kind of like how Diablo is. Like you don't really like you can play with other players, which I like because I do play. Because you'll see that on the bottom right hand of the screen, you'll see like sometimes like my clan members will pop up, like their accomplishments. And so I'll like play with like friends and stuff with this game, but I can also play with myself. So I think that's why I appreciate it, because I guess to kind of give a little history of my, and I know y'all probably saying, excuse me, she tried, you have been talking out for a minute. Have you given yourself breaks? Yes. Okay. I just know how to edit somewhat. Anyway, oh, I didn't even peep. That's me not paying attention. Me kind of paying attention, but not paying attention. You saw I just beat my first dungeon as a sorcerer. And I got all those cage hearts. And I got 3 cage hearts. I think you get 3 or 4 cage hearts per malignant. I'm hoping I'm saying it right. Malignant dungeon, and the malignant dungeons are marked with a green leaf because that symbolizes seasonal. Anyway, this is me just going over my inventory right now just to see like what I have and like what can I use like next to like kind of progress through the story. Okay, so my history as a gamer. So should I give y'all a whole history of my gaming, or should I just wait and do a full video? Maybe I'd wait and do a full video. So never mind, you have to be on the lookout for that then, huh? To hear about my history as a video game, but to give like a synopsis, I have always basically been someone who plays like a lot of first player games. I mean, not first player, single player games. Like duh, all games are first player. Single player. I've played a lot of single player games, and that's why. And then growing up, when I got to college was like, I believe, yeah, college was the first time in a minute that I had like more friends I played games with, and so I fell, basically fell in love with online games in college. So that's also part of the reason why I play Diablo, is because of the fact that you can kind of just like, okay, actually, this was one of my complaints about Diablo. I given Diablo its 10s. It's okay, it's a good game. I given it its 10s. I'm gonna give you some of its complaints. Okay, number one. I don't like the fact that some of the events you need like more than one person to finish it or to get mastery. Don't get me wrong, I get it. It's supposed to make it more challenging, you know what I'm saying? Like if you get the whole thing, if you get mastery, that means you a bad bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. But some of them you won't be able to do that because of the fact that it's like too much going on at the same time. And also, another thing I have a problem with, the treasure goblin. Okay, so there's this thing called a treasure goblin in this game that appears like out in the wild. Like it'll sometimes be in a dungeon, it'll be sometimes just out and about in the world. Like you'll see it, it comes up on your mini map, and it also glows gold, like because it's dropping treasure and coin. So it doesn't stay in one spot. It's like moving around because the challenge is the fact that you have to catch it. So it is easier in a dungeon than it is actually it's easier with a dungeon and a world boss than it is like you're in the middle of an event or just out in the world, because in a dungeon is easier because it's more confined to an area, and a world boss because they're confined to an area. When it's just an event like out in the wild, it is so annoying because you not only have to fight the treasure goblin or slow the treasure goblin down, you also have to fight the monsters that are coming to attack you because of the fact that you're in the area. So it's basically just like, girl, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm supposed to fight these, but if I stop and fight these monsters, the treasure goblin's gonna go away because he's gonna cast a little magic circle, go in his little portal, whatever, and be gone. Like, and then ain't no treasure. So that's my other complaint with Diablo, is that, you know, make the treasure goblin at least easier to catch. I'm not saying let's make it like a one hit, but at least like either slow it down some more or make, I don't know, not as many monsters spawn around me when I'm trying to get it, because my god, it's like I'm really fighting for my life every time. So that's number 2. Ooh, I had more complaints. I don't know why I didn't write them down. Now I can't find my phone. I think those are the only 2 complaints I have at the moment. I'm sure I have more. I'm sure once I'm done recording, I'm gonna find some more. Actually, I am gonna look really quick and see what the other complaints were I had. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about the random sirens going off. Okay, so I found my notes, and I also found an article that also listed some of the complaints that players had. Oh, and also I want to retract my statement. The seasonal character does not get deleted. The seasonal character goes into the Eternal Realm, which is the the area or part of the world that the original character that you played Diablo with, like beat the campaign with, or before the season started. That's the character that, you know, you basically beat the campaign with. It goes into the world with them, so you can still play them. It's just it won't have the seasonal power ups like they would if you were still playing the season with them. Okay, so that's all I wanted to. That's what I wanted to retract. So if you made it this far in the video, you know, hopefully you listened. If you didn't, if you clicked off as soon as I said they get deleted because I misheard, because I thought I misheard, I'm so sorry. You probably didn't even make it that far, but you know what? Hey, if you did, thank you so much. Matter of fact, if you made it this far in the video, leave a comment, like a 1. I don't know what they be saying. I actually, if someone could tell me why YouTubers used to be like, leave a 1 in the chat, or in the comments, let me know, because I want to know why. Or they be like, you know, leave pink ice cream in the comments if you made it this far. Like, what? Anyway, but no, if you made it this far, in the video. You a real one, number one. And number two, I appreciate you so much. But yeah, so the other complaint that people and me have is the drops. Listen, number one, the drops in, okay, so the drops, okay, hold on, let me back up a little bit. So in Diablo 4, there are 4 world tiers, or basically different levels of the game. World tier 1, they suggest it's like for super new players, and you're like literally just trying to figure out what is like up in Diablo, like what's up from up, what's down from, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure out, you know, what the heck, you know, what all that means. So, and you're gonna try to get killed very easily. So that's world tier 1. World tier 2, which is the tier I'm in currently, for this season, is for players, I believe it's up to 40. I believe after level 40 you can get to world tier 3, which has more, each tier gets more experience. So in world tier 2 you get more experience, of course. In world tier 1 get more, in world tier 3, then 2, and then, you know, 4 get more than 3. So I believe, oh lord, let me double check how many world tiers are in Diablo 4. I believe it's 4, but it could also be 5. Let me double check. I'm gonna believe myself, and I'm gonna say it's 4. No, okay. Yeah, I was right. Okay. So yeah, it's 4 world tiers: Adventurer, Veteran, Nightmare, and Torment. So like I said, am in the Veteran world tier. That's gonna trip me up. World tier 2. Not to say I'm a veteran like with like the Diablo series. Since I played the campaign, I know how the game goes. So I was like, I can just jump right into world tier 2. And you can do that with a new player. So yeah, I believe I did that too for the campaign, because I was just like, girl, I got this. I don't need no tutorial. I'm very much so that person. I don't look at tutorials. I just let the game guide me. So, or I just guide myself and I figure it out as I go. So let me know in the comments if you're like that too. Like, you're not someone that like reads instructions or lets the game you know, give you a tutorial. Like, no, I can get through this. I don't know why I'm like that. It's the Aries in me. It's chaotic. Anyway, because then I get mad when I don't know how to do something. So yeah, I was saying all that to say the drops or the item drops in each world tier obviously get better, and the items become more powerful, you know, depending on the tier that you're in. And so I understand not getting good drops, or at least not getting like, because I think there's like also 4 or 5 levels in the game for items. Like, I know it's like, okay, it's like black is like regular, don't do nothing special. It's just, you know, like just something you can like throw on yourself. So that's black items. Blue items are magic items, so a little bit better than the black. Gold are rare items. Orange is legendary items, and then burgundy items are like uniques. So I believe, or like brown. It's like a brownish color or something like that for uniques. And so obviously you get more uniques like in tier 4 or in tier 3, but they're also harder to get, which doesn't make sense because if I'm getting more than likely beat up more And okay, also push pause on that conversation. I climbed on top of this rock thinking that I could beat this monster or whatever. Y'all, why I didn't peep until like I think 3 minutes of me trying to fight them that their power is the fact that they keep respawning. Like they won't ever die, they just keep respawning themselves. No matter how many you kill, they will always pop back up. So I think I realized that maybe like 2 or 3 minutes in. Like I was just like, wait, they keep responding. Why am I doing this? Anyway, I come down eventually. So I just wanted to say that I do realize eventually that it's a losing game. But yeah, no, the drops basically should be more even or more like make more sense basically than what they do, because you should not be struggling to get uniques and legendary uniques. I think you can also get a legendary unique, or uber rare unique. You should not be only getting that like out of 1 in like a million chance, like in World Tier 4. Like World Tier 4 is supposed to be the hardest, so you should be getting better loot in there because of the fact that it's harder and you're fighting a lot of monsters. Like, yeah, you need more tools. See, I eventually get down. I'm like, girl, this is lost. This is a chop. It's a chop. Anyway, so yeah. So that's another complaint that I have and a lot more players have. I mean, not that I've been to World Tier 4 yet. I haven't even been to World Tier 4 in my like Eternal Realm characters. The highest level I'm at right now, my Eternal Realm character, my Necromancer, is level 56 or 7, one of them, 56 or 57. So I'm like almost there for World Tier 4, but I haven't gotten there yet, and I probably won't get there before the end of the season. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. I know I just stopped right in the middle of it, but thanks for watching. I hope you stay around, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.